U.S. set to deliver on a long-standing request from Ukraine by sending the Patriot missile defense system to Ukraine, giving them a vital upper hand and a new strength against fighting Russian forces ahead of what's expected to be a brutal winter as temperatures continue to plummet in Ukraine. Joining us now for more, retired Air Force Brigadier General, military rep to NATO, and Newsmax contributor General Blaine Holt back with us. General, good to see you.
Good morning. Happy Friday Eve to you.
Happy Friday Eve. I don't know if you just heard the Georgia Bulldogs. The 13-0 Bulldogs were brought up in the last segment. I immediately thought of you and my wife, two Georgia alumni. You got to be excited about the next couple of weeks. 13-0. Wow.
Yep. Again,
my father-in-law's school, Tulane, by the way, they're 11-2 out of nowhere this season as well. So they're having a good year. General, let's get right into it. This Patriot missile defense system, keyword defense. So this is defensive. Vladimir Putin can't say, you know, we're sending offensive weapons to Ukraine, but this is a really advanced system. They can shoot down what would be Russian missiles up to 100 miles away from their target. Is this the right move for the U.S. right now? And why didn't the United States do this a long time ago?
Yeah, you know, that second question you have, I have no idea what that answer is, because if you recall, when this whole thing started off, we were all arm wrestling and arguing about no-fly zones and missile defense systems, and oh, this is big escalatory thing, and here we are. The Patriot missile system is going to be great. But there's a lot of things that it can't do. People should not look at this as, oh, this is a game changer in the war. It's going to offer Kiev, the city of Kiev, some great protection if that's how they use it. But they're going to have to get trained up to use it. It's a very complex system. And it takes up to 90 people sometimes to operate a complete battery of Patriot. So it's not without that. But in terms of weapons of mass destruction, the threats of nuclear devices against Kyiv, it could be quite effective in defeating those threats.
And this is just so people at home can get a better idea of what these missile systems do. They're very similar to what the Israelis use with the Iron Dome. It's basically provides sort of a protection shield over an area about 100 square miles. Is that accurate?
That's exactly accurate. And what we should all understand is, you know, when we talk about those small Iranian suicide drones, or kamikaze drones as they're referred to, it's not going to be as effective at those, and they're going to have to get at those other ways, the way they've been attacking that problem.
Now, other NATO countries make missile defense systems that are similar. We tend to make the best with this particular system. Do you see NATO countries like maybe new NATO arrival Finland, who's got a 1,000-mile-long border with Russia, requesting the same missile defense system from the United States if we're giving it to Ukraine, not even a NATO country?
Well, we're always about interoperability in NATO, and that's going to be, you know, if the Finns requested Patriot, that's actually just great news because we're all working together on similar systems. It's very helpful. But to your other point, there are great systems across Europe that are not American systems that are very effective systems. Will they be brought to bear in Ukraine? I'm not quite certain that the European countries are going to have the backstops to make that available.
Yeah, and maybe the war in Ukraine is over before these systems ever even get there. That's a possibility as well. General, we've got a little less than a minute. I want to get these weekly updates with you are so important, so I want to know what you're watching for right now as it relates to Ukraine and Russia. But I thought this was fascinating. Vladimir Putin earlier this week skipped his annual news conference. Basically, this is where he takes staged questions, like the Biden administration, from Russian reporters. He skipped it altogether. He's never done that. To put this into perspective, it would be like if Joe Biden took questions after the State of the Union. This is a big deal. What'd you read into that?
He's under pressure in his inner circle, Rob. The other thing he's not doing is he's not playing hockey because a hockey player could be a pretty good target running around an ice rink. So I think he's under a lot of pressure. We're going to see a lot of things happen on the battlefield this week and next week. And the inner circle is under a tremendous amount of pressure as this war grinds on. Now,
Putin was no Alexander Ovechkin, but this is the second straight season that he has skipped out on, which leads to, it gives more to those rumors that he's not in good health. That he's missing because he apparently loves playing hockey. Got a hockey rink at his Dhaka, by the way, in Sochi, I guess, as well.
Of course.
Yeah. General, we'll pick this up again soon. Enjoyed the conversation as always. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They
Let me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.